Welcome and a warm good evening to you all. I'm your host and moderator, Preeta Harikrishnan, Deputy Manager Admissions, Amrita Health Sciences, Kochi campus. Thank you for joining us today as we have a talk on neuro electrophysiology. I'm sure this talk is going to benefit you a lot. And as we need to make sure that uh, it helps you the best, we have the chat box where you can send in your doubts, which shall be cleared by the end of the session. So to begin with, let me introduce you to our young and skilled Ms. Sonu Ravindran Madam. She is the Chief Neurotechnologist here at Amrita Institute of Medical Sciences, Kochi. She completed her MSc Neuro Electrophysiology in 2009. Madam has almost 13 years of experience as neurotechnologist in Amrita Institute of Medical Sciences. She has professional membership in Indian Epilepsy Association and Association of Neurodiagnostic Technology. I welcome you, ma'am, to address our viewers.
Hello, good evening. Good evening. Today's webinar is about neurophysiology and its perspectives. Neurophysiology is a branch of neuroscience. It's coming under the allied health science. It's a study of human brain and nervous system. I'm Sonu Ravindran, Chief Neurotechnologist from Amrita Institute of Medical Science. Neuroelectrophysiology means the electrophysiology of human brain. Is a study of functioning of brain and nervous system of the human body. After this section, you could understand what is neuroelectrophysiology, what is the importance of neuroelectrophysiology, and the role of electrophysiologists and neurotechnologists, career prospectus, and salary scales. Neuroelectrophysiology is an in-depth study of structure, behavior, and function of the human brain and nervous system. This can be done by conducting a series of experiments and technical tests using a sophisticated equipments. This neuroelectrophysiologist's role is the function function of for the functioning of this sophisticated equipments. This is a fast developing field in medical science of neuroscience, which is the analysis of function of the nervous system in order to diagnose and monitor neurological disorders, including epilepsy, strokes, dementia, nerve and muscle dysfunctions, and multiple sclerosis. Through this, the student should achieve the knowledge of skills and practical experience and work as a professional healthcare scientist. The main topics of neuroelectrophysiology are electroencephalography, which is the recording of the electrical activity of the brain, evoked potentials, which is the brain response as a response to a specific stimuli. Electromyography, which is the recording of electrical activity of the muscle. Nerve conduction study, which assesses the nerves and muscle function. Intraoperative monitoring, which monitor the functional integrity of the certain nerve structures during surgery. Sleep study, which performed to diagnose sleep disorders such as sleep apnea, insomnia, sleepwalking, restless leg syndrome, etc. And video EEG monitoring, ambulatory ICU EEG monitoring, electrocorticography, MSLT, and many topics are there in neuroelectrophysiology. We offer the courses like BSc in neuroelectrophysiology, MSc in neuroelectrophysiology, and definitely PhD also. The curriculum of BSc in neuroelectrophysiology during the first year, students should study the anatomy, neurophysiology and biochemistry and computer applications. In the second year, the subjective topics like basic electroencephalography, basics of physics and electronics, basic nerve conduction studies, and third year they should study advanced electroencephalography, nerve conduction studies, and electromyographies, and also the autonomic function studies and sleep studies. During the fourth year, the internship is there. During the internship, the students will be prepared to handle various medical equipment that is related to the diagnosis of the function of brain and nervous system. During the MSc is different from the BSc. In the MSc Neurophysiology, the electroencephalography and brain analysis, we need to study in depth, and we process the brain signals in the MSc Neurophysiology. We have 100% pass in BSc and MSc, and the students should required to exhibit some of the qualities and skills that are mandatory to become successful. That are good communication skills through so that they can communicate with the patients effectively, and good computer skills. Most of the equipments are computer based equipments, so the computer skill also very essential. Good observation skill, good problem solving skill, and good teamwork, and is empathetic to the patients. And this quality is mandatory for the students to become successful. Our academic program offered hands-on training in neurophysiology, so many sectional examinations, journal clubs, guidelines, seminars, and clinical postings. For slow learners, we offered extra classes and exams, tutorials, ICT-based teaching, demonstration of clinical skill, problem-solving exercises, one-on-one mentoring. Extracurricular activities which help the students to improve their skills in leadership, spatial responsibility, and time management, etc. And like cultural programs also. And we offered plush trips also. By Neurophysiology in Amartha. Amartha is the one of the top ranked university in India by NIRF, Government of India. Our infrastructure and learning resources are very big and huge. We have 15 advanced Physiology machines. So these Physiology machines helps to diagnose the epilepsy. In patients with seizures. And ICUG monitoring, which helps them to monitor the brain waves in ICU. 3 EEG and NCV machines, autonomic lab, sleep labs, intraoperative neuromonitoring. In intraoperative monitoring, we analyze the neurons integrity, and which helps the surgeons. Brain mapping lab, electrical source imaging lab, and so on. Our center is the largest epilepsy monitoring in the country. We have high density EEG of 256 channel, and so only clinical system in this country. Our lab is the first country to develop stereo EEG program, and started robotic assisted stereo EEG. We did more than 200 stereo EEG evaluations, which is the largest amount in our country. Minimal invasive epilepsy, through this minimal invasive surgery we can do, and radio frequency ablation. Our lab is the first sleep art lab in 2000. And we have now conducting study labs. Our faculties are very experts. Dr. Anand Kumar, 36 years of teaching experience. Dr. C.B. Gopinath, 15 years of teaching experience. Dr. Vinyan KP, head of the pediatric neurology. He had 20 years of teaching experience. Dr. Sudhiran, 7 years of teaching experience. Dr. Vivek Nambiar, 7 years of teaching experience. Dr. Vaisha, and Dr. Sharaf Udit, Dr. Harilal Pelshram, Akshaya Raman. She is the senior neurotechnologist for more than 5 years of teaching. Dr. Gopi Krishnan, Sonu Divinan, and our students published a lot of our journals and publications, and our faculties also published so many books and journals. Dr. Anand Kumar, he awarded Master's Teachers Award in 2017 and Lifetime Achievement in Neurological Care Award in 2008. Dr. Vinyan KP, the head of the pediatric neurology, he awarded ILA Asia and Oceania Award in 2021 and Outstanding Achievement in 2022. Dr. C.B. Gobinath, she's awarded for World's Best Epileptologist. We have international collaborations also. Dr. Professor Mariam Piner, the head of the Virtual Reality and Neurocognition Lab at the Israel Institute of Technology. Dr. Solomon L. Moshe, he is the child neurologist in Bronx, New York. He is an elected member of the American Neurological Association and Pediatric Society. Several workshops and seminars are conducted by our college. These workshops are very helpful for the students to improve their professional qualification through the field of work. Students can get the chance to interact with the international faculties, and so students can find ample job opportunities soon after the completion of the course. The role of neurotechnology. Clinical neurophysiologists work closely with the patients of all ages to investigate the various neurophysiology procedures, assisting neurologists in various neurophysiology studies. Career perspectives. Neuroelectrophysiology is a fast developing field. There is a huge demand for the neuroelectrophysiologists in India and worldwide, including the Middle East, UK, USA, and Canada, and so on. Our alumni are working abroad and in different states of our country. Employed in the neurophysiologists employed in the clinical areas after the completion of the course are neurophysiology diagnostic centers, electroencephalography monitoring unit, epilepsy monitoring unit. These units are helpful for the epilepsy patients to diagnose their epilepsy or to characterize the seizure types, to the adjustment of the medications, etc. And nerve conduction studies, electromyography, single fiber electromyography lab, multi-mode evoked potential studies lab. These labs are helpful for the diagnosing of peripheral neuropathy, myopathy, or neuropathy patient. Intraoperative monitoring. In intraoperative monitoring, neurophysiologists work with the neurosurgeons or orthosurgeons, which in intraoperative monitoring, we monitor the function of the integrity of the neurons through which we can help them during the surgery. And that will help the patients to come out from the theater without any function deficit. Sleep diagnosis centers, which help to diagnose the different types of sleep disorders like sleepwalking, sleep errors, sleep apnea, snoring, like that. Nowadays, the obesity, due to the obesity, sleep disorders are very increasing. So the technology, sleep technologies are increasing demand. Magnetoencephalography lab, neuroscience research centers also are very big. And salary varies from countries to countries and from recruiters to recruiters. Some pay the high salary packages depending upon their locations. The salary increases exponentially according to the skills and experience gathered in their careers. So the demand of neuroscience has been increasing by day. The increased stress levels in the people have handed them into the neurological disorders. The students who are interested to study about the human brain and nervous system can choose to do BSc in neurophysiology course. After that, they can do MSc in neurophysiology and then PhD also. Learn from India's top-ranked university. Thank you.
Thank you, madam, for that wonderful description using a lot of slides. Madam, may I just ask you a question? Is it from the first year onwards that they have to work with the machines, or is it only theory in the first year?
No,
because some parents have come asking, like, what is, when you talk of neuroelectrophysiology, is it only machines that these students are going to handle, or what else do they learn?
No, during the first year, they are in medical college. They are studying the anatomy, neurophysiology, like that, basic ideas. Then from the second year, they are posted to the clinical posting areas. From during the second year, they assist with the staff, and they can observe the procedures in the first period of few months. After that, they can handle the machines also.
Okay.
Under
So what?
supervision.
Okay. So what type of patients do they usually handle? Like when they are put into the practical side, what are the type of patients that we find in this neuro?
Usually, patients are OP patients are there, and inpatients are there. They are suffering with the epilepsy or neuropathy, peripheral neuropathy, electromyopathy, like that.
Okay. So in the last final year of internship, how are our students really profiting?
During the internship, they can directly handle the machines and they can communicate with the patients, and so they can get more exposure to the test, and they can more contact with the patients also. So they are very experienced. They get more experience.
Okay. Regarding the job opportunities also, like once they get opportunities in our hospital, apart from that,
Yes,
even we have
definitely.
uh,
Most of the time, our hospitals have absorbed the students, and I know all of the students are working now. Our alumni all are working abroad nowadays.
okay. So thank you so much, madam, for clearing the doubts too that we have, because many parents who come here for admissions, they ask us such doubts. So that is why I just ask you who could really explain it to us. Thank you so much, madam, once again. So I would now invite Ms. Shruti from the admissions office to explain the admission process of this year.
Yeah, thank you. So welcome all, good evening all once again. So I'll give you a basic idea, just the fundamentals that a student who wish to join our college should know. They are all updated in the website, but still I would like to make it very clear. So the first thing that any student who wish to take the course of neuroelectrophysiology in our university is to satisfy our eligibility. So the minimum age should be 17 years and the maximum should be 23 years as on 31st of December 2023. The student who wish to apply for NEP course in our college should definitely have an aggregate of 60% in physics, chemistry, biology, PCB, and English. That is a mandatory. Any student who doesn't satisfy this criteria, this mark criteria, will not be eligible to do the course in our college. They may attend the exam, but if they do qualify the exam and if they are given a seat, it's mandatory that the student himself or herself confirm that his or her percentage, the aggregate percentage, is 60% minimum. So the entrance exam conducted by Amrita is the major criteria of way of taking admission into our college. You can apply for the Amrita entrance test in the Amrita's website in the link which I'm sharing in the chat box right now. So the application link is open till June mostly. So anybody who have not applied can log on to this link and submit the application. There are 5 steps: register with your email ID and password, the basic personal information, payment of the exam fees, which is 750 rupees, uploading the documents whichever you have got. If the candidate has not got all the documents, it's fine. You can leave it blank and upload it later. Whichever documents the candidate has right now at the point of application, he or she can upload those documents. And then it is choose. You can if you're applying for allied health science, there is one application, just a single application, and you can give your preferences in the option. So then your allotment will be based on the results. So the question paper pattern would be physics, chemistry, and biology 25 questions each, and 5 questions from English. Total marks will be out of 240, and the total number of questions is 80. 80 questions, 240 marks, and physics, chemistry, biology, 25 questions each and 5 questions from English. So the student will get 3 marks for every correct answer and -1 for every wrong answer. So it's not mandatory that you have to attend all the questions. Only if you're sure with the answer, you need to attend the question. So if you're not quite sure about the answer, you are free to leave any question blank. So I will also share the question paper pattern in the chat box. Coming to the fee structure. So there are 3 various domains on which the student can apply: on merit basis, on management or non-scholarship basis, and on NRI basis. If a student is selected under the merit quota, then the total tuition fees would be 1,80,000. If it is under non-scholarship or management quota, it is 2,60,000. And if a student is applying for a NRI seat, it is $4,500 plus other expenses and hostel and mess, which is updated in the university website. I will also share the website link in the chat box. You can log on to the website and see the details. We have uploaded all the details in the website, including the fee structure, so you can check them. And if anybody have got any doubt regarding the admission procedures or the application, you can also put us a mail to the mail ID which I'm sharing right now. And if there is any other doubts regarding the admissions, you can also contact us in the phone number which is given in the website. So I've got a question from Roshan asking if it's for the first year. Yes, it is for the first year. 1,80,000 is per year, is per annum into 3 years. You will not have to pay for the internship, but internship is mandatory. Same with non-scholarship and NRI. 2,60,000 into 3 will be your tuition fees for all the 3 years. If there is any other doubts, you can chat it out in the chat box. We'll reply to you, or you can put a mail to this mail ID which I'm sharing it to you right now.
Yes. So Shruti, and anything else? No more queries we see in the chat box. So thanks a lot for the detailed explanation. So anyway, I think we have come to the end of the session. I once again extend my sincere thanks to Sonu madam. We have got you for the second time this time, and you have well explained what is neuro, the course Neuro Electrophysiology on the whole. Thank you one and all for joining us. And I hope those who have joined us today will surely set up their mind for Amrita and of course NEP also. So coming to wind up, once again, thank you all. So we end the webinar for today. Thank you.